In my lineage, we argue like blood sport. When I was smaller and still afraid of my own voice, I watched my mother use hers as a javelin, hurling her disappointments and fears across rooms and octaves, and once, I watched her toss an entire tray of utensils at my father. As the silverware became a cacophony cascading to the carpet, I became a part of that orchestra. I morphed into the marriage of betrayal and agony upon my father's face, the unforgettable sound of 40 pieces of flatware thrust into an argument they did not choose, and the knives projected at him mid-air like javelins. Javelins were originally designed for shock combat, to psych out opposition, to make them retreat defenseless. It didn't take much to make 4-year-old me withdraw, and the 34-year-old version isn't markedly different. I've always been disturbed by loud noises. In butcher knife tones, my mom would ready her weapon, said, "You're an ungrateful bitch. You're a crybaby. You're the worst child I could have possibly imagined." When javelins were used for battle, they were the main weapon, light enough to carry in multiple, to keep striking, to destroy armor. Her words piercing, landing bloodstains on my self-confidence, tactics utilized in shock combat. I'm trying to say, I wasn't born a Spitfire. I was stained into one. Stains happen when molecules are trapped inside a fabric's layers, and childhood trauma happens when children are trapped inside a family's layered dysfunction. If you're quick to tend the mess, stains don't fully absorb. But if you move too slowly, stains permanently change the fabric. The cloth of me is distressed and studded cashmere soft. I pierce my hands trying to self-soothe. My lovers don't always leave unscathed either. I cut my teeth on tension. And now, with the same mouth, I teach the people I love that their sensitivity isn't a guillotine. I yell to prove my point, call myself a soft happening, but my trauma is a switchblade I have worked to blunt the edge on for nearly 20 years, and I love to say that I have completed 5 therapy programs. But I don't like to say why. I scrubbed away decades trying to erase the blemish I imagined myself to be, and now I'm not imagining shards of glass on my bedroom floor, collateral damage after my most recent combat, an autistic meltdown the size of an infantry. I too readied my javelins, said, "You're a coward, you're a liar. You make me someone I don't like," and I've clawed my way in and out of arguments, through poetry, through therapy, through trying to be as physically active as my mind is or as still as my mind isn't, and still I'm never the biggest person in any room. Sometimes not even the bigger person, and often just the sharpest. When I look under my anger, I see an heirloom, a montage of my mother's rejection masquerading as rage, stacked under sorrow and buried over shame. It fits me better than her wedding dress ever did. It is a battle-born coping mechanism, afraid of losing its life. It is a stain I am removing, too slowly.